Hi, Mindful Tribe. Happy Thursday. Hoping many of you are currently on your way home or about to be home from a work day. I wanted to share with you something that I've been learning about myself and something that the breath is teaching me, that no matter what our day offers us, no matter how our day has unfolded, no matter what we're sitting with right now, we are still awesome. We are beautiful beings, and everything's going to be okay. Thinking back to life as it's unfolded for me, and all the times of worry and stress and panic. Did that project get in on time? Is the project even good enough to be willing to be submitted? All these different types of reasons that we cause stress and panic and worry within ourselves. It all comes down to one thing, and history has taught me this, that I've always been okay. It's always turned out okay. And I'm here to remind you that whatever it was that you experienced today, whether it was amazingness or it was just frustrating, coworkers not cooperating, traffic being horrible, burning the toast this morning for breakfast. Maybe you're just beating yourself up on the inside for something that happened a long time ago or something that hasn't even happened yet. I'm reminded on a daily basis that it's going to be all right. And sometimes having somebody tell me that is exactly what I needed to hear to really believe it and to really feel it. So I wanted to create a meditation this late afternoon to not only breathe with you, because we are the Mindful Tribe and we're learning to be present one moment, one breath at a time, but to remind you that you're okay and you're awesome and you're right where you're supposed to be. There's nothing to change, there's nothing to alter, there's nothing to fix. You are beautiful, you are wise, you are strong. You are okay. So in meditation, we're learning that the body is teaching us how to listen, how to sit properly, how to focus from one thing to the other. And part of that practice is joining in on a daily basis and just trying it out, seeing what works for you. For me, I like to sit on a cushion. Sometimes I like to lie down. Sometimes I like to stand up. Sometimes I'm walking from my office to the conference room, or from a client's office to another conference room, or from my own bedroom to my own bathroom. And I need to be reminded to breathe because something's not going my way. And so learning how to breathe just in the moment wherever we are is an amazing place to be, an amazing place to start. So finding that place that you can just kind of drop into yourself is phenomenal. And that's what we're learning. That's what these meditations are teaching you, to learn a little bit about yourself, little bits at a time, all along the way. So for me, I like to sit on a cushion, and it's taken me a couple of years to figure out my exact position. Sometimes it hurts, and I listen to that. And I say, oh, let's shift. Let's put something in under my knee, a little bit of a boost under my bottom. Sitting with your back straight tends to really take out a lot of that pressure when you can raise your bottom off the floor at least 6 inches. So putting a pillow just underneath your sits bones is a great way to start. So if you're sitting on the floor, I invite you to sit tall with your back straight. If you're sitting in a chair, uncross everything, keep your feet flat on the floor. Maybe you're in your car in traffic and all you're doing is listening, and that's amazing too. Just be careful. But the focus there is noticing your surroundings, noticing what's happening and that you're okay. Sitting with a posture of integrity creates an opening of energy transfer. Many of you are probably like, what the heck does that even mean? When we breathe and we're hunched over, there's kind of like this compacted feeling, and we can't take that full breath. So when we open, we allow for energy, which is breath. You know, emotion is energy in motion. So when we elongate the spine and sit with integrity, we can let that breath that we're taking, that we're focusing on, that's bringing us peace and tranquility, we allow it to flow a lot more open than if we're hunched over or sitting with our hands up. It just creates an awareness for ourselves. So if you're not doing that, I invite you to do that now. And just relax into yourself. Let things fall. Let your shoulders fall. What that means is sometimes we sit like this, and we've got our shoulders to our ears, and we don't even know that we're doing it. If we just let them fall. And if you can see me and if you can hear me, go ahead and rise your shoulders up to your ears and feel that tenseness. Now just let them fall. It's like you can kind of feel the tingling just dissipate. Same way with our jaw. A lot of us have tense jaws, TMJ, headaches. Releasing the tongue in the back of the throat and just letting the jaw relax. Two very great places to start when you sit to meditate, even if you're by yourself. So releasing the shoulders, releasing the jaw. Now release just beneath the eyes and the eyebrows. It's kind of like the thinking mode where you've got your eyes all crunched up and your forehead's all crunched up. If you just relax that. And this is how we begin our meditations. This is how we begin to practice. Going through a few little motions. Am I relaxed? What's tense? Let's shake it out for a minute. So now that we have that, the next invitation is to decide whether you want to keep your eyes open or closed. For me, I close my eyes because in early times of meditation, when I would see my surroundings, it would often distract me more than not. So I would close my eyes so that way I could hear better. Today, I'm able to meditate with my eyes open because I've practiced that keen shift between eye sensory and ear sensory, right? So find what works for you. My advice would be, if you're new to this, start with your eyes closed. I tend to put my palms face down on my legs. And just become aware of your breathing. Become aware of the inhale and the exhale. What's the temperature? What's the force? Is it deep? Is it slow? Is it shallow? Can you hear yourself breathing, or is it more quiet? Just tuning in, taking an inventory of what your breathing is like when you're just starting to notice, to watch it. It's a lot of wisdom there. It's a lot of experience that we can see that we're doing that we don't really know that we're doing. So taking a couple more breaths, just natural breathing. Noticing the depth. Noticing where the air is going in is where it's going out. Taking a moment here to remember that you're awesome and that you're right where you're supposed to be. The next 2 breaths, I want you to say on the inhale, I am awesome. I am right where I'm supposed to be. So now deepening the breath just a little bit more, meaning staying with the same rate of breath, just take it a little deeper. So bring it down into the belly. Let the belly rise. And then bringing the air back up into the chest. You can almost see these clavicle bones right here. That's where we want to bring the air up into. We want to take a deep breath. We want to take that full breath of oxygen. Oxygen is so rich in so many things. On the exhale, let go with a sigh. Anything you're holding, let it go. Bringing the breath up into the clavicle and the chest. Relaxing into the exhale, letting it go. You can notice I'm breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth. That's what works for me. You can also breathe in through your mouth and out through your mouth. You can breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Each one, you're going to notice a different amount of airflow happening. This meditation is just learning how to focus on your breath, learning how to deepen, how to get excited about what's different. How can I breathe differently? So on the next inhale and exhale, change it up a little bit. Breathe in through your mouth and out through your nose. Notice what's different. Great job. So now coming back to a place of stillness and a place of focus. We're going to finalize this meditation with a shift of senses. So keeping your eyes closed, breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth. On the next inhale, I want you to focus on where that breath is actually touching your nostrils on the in-breath. Exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Noticing where the inhale touches the nostril. Sorry about that noise. My phone was not on silent. Again, another great distraction to bring us back to the present moment. Breathing in, inhale. Noticing where the breath or the air touches the nostril. Give me 5 more of those. Inhale through the nose. Where are you noticing the air touching the nostril? Exhaling through the mouth. Letting go. That was 1. 2. 3. 4. 1 more. 5. Now just breathe naturally. I want you to focus on the bottom of the spine where it meets the tailbone. Focusing on that space, the bottom of the spine or the tailbone. taking the breath and delivering it to that space. Shifting your attention to that space. It's kind of that whole lower back into the sits bones region, the place of grounding. This is where we come from. This is where our childhood, our upbringing, our birth experience has manifested. This is, I am awesome. No matter where I come from, no matter where I'm going, the breath and the attention and the focus and the shifting is teaching you how to come back to right now. It's teaching you how to be present with yourself. Paying attention to the space, the tailbone, the bottom of the spine. I invite you to imagine the color red, like the color of the stop sign, the color of the apple. And if you can't, that's okay. We're shifting our focus to imagination now. So imagine that you can see the color red. And imagine that color in that space between the tailbone and the spine. The bottom of the spine. Saying to yourself, I am awesome. I am okay. I am right where I'm supposed to be. Bringing your attention back to your breath. Taking 3 deep circular breaths, connecting the inhale to the exhale. Thanking yourself for being a part of the breathwork movement, a part of the mindful tribe, and for taking care of yourself. Just a couple minutes today. May your evening be full of love, compassion, and presence. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.